Okay. I want to thank overall Gigi, Mauro, Roberto, Andrea, Paul Bronzetti, who's not here today, and Paul Doherty. You guys all met my friend from the United States. And am I missing somebody? Silvano and Gigi. That in May we came up with this idea. During the winter we wanted to do something for the cemetery. We came up with the idea to ride our bikes from down in Syracuse, Sicily, and we rode to the American Cemetery to raise money to put Christmas wreaths for the unknowns at the cemetery. And in a certain sense, our trip has ended today, and I want to thank those guys for putting up with me, because I know I'm kind of a pain in the neck, because I call everybody 6 o'clock in the morning, and well, I guess they're used to me. How do you want to? Sorry.
Allora,
Sì. No, niente.
allora, va bene.
Mi sono scordato per dire.
Non ti preoccupare.
Okay.
Allora, Tony voleva ringraziare innanzitutto le persone che hanno collaborato, quindi Mauro, Roberto, Gigi, Silvano,
Paolo,
Paul, Andrea e tutte le persone che hanno sostenuto, e quindi perché lui diceva ha avuto l'idea di organizzare un evento in bicicletta quest'estate dalla Sicilia fino a Nettuno, al fine di raccogliere dei soldi, dei fondi per le corone, per il cimitero.
And the reason I want to talk about these flowers here is something special. I have a classmate of mine. His name's Chuck Tubbs. He's a retired lieutenant colonel from the United States Air Force, and he donated a really substantial amount of money.
Sì, voleva ringraziare in modo particolare
Chuck Tubbs. Chuck Tubbs is my amico di scuola.
Che era un amico di scuola dell'Air Force, no? È un ex pilota delle forze.
Che ha donato i soldi per questo equipaggio e questo equipaggio che sono partiti dal 1943 da Inghilterra per andare a bombardare in Germania. E non sono mai tornato, e questa squadra, la stessa squadra dove ci stava questo amico mio Chuck oggi, che ha servito oggi per 30 anni come pilota, e mi ha chiesto di nominare questo equipaggio che non sono tornati più a casa. Okay, I want to thank Chuck Tubbs, who's a classmate of mine, retired lieutenant colonel from the United States Air Force, and he donated money, wanted me to put some flowers here in honor of this flight crew that was called, let me see the name of the flight crew, I'll tell you in a minute, that they went on a bombing run in 1943. It's today, the same date they left England, and they never came back. And Chuck asked me to mention their names and put these flowers out here for them. Let me put my glasses on to read their names. Okay. The commander of the flight was Lieutenant Bernard Holenkamp. Co-pilot, Lieutenant George Jones. Bombardier, Lieutenant Richard Hazelton. Navigator, Flight Officer Herbert Clow. Top Turret Gunner, Sergeant George Ryman. Radio Operator, Sergeant George Doc Soul. Ball Turret Gunner, Sergeant Elmo Schultz. Waist Gunner, Sergeant Homer Hutchins, and Ira Walker Jr. And tail gunner was Sergeant Harry Good. So, Chuck. Okay, and the people that donated money in the U.S., some of them asked me to mention their relatives' names who served or may have died in a conflict, the Second World War. So I have about 20 of their names here, and I wanted to get that on tape so they know I did this, so they won't let me back home anymore. But I'm going to read their names, and then we'll proceed and go over the flag.
Fai in italiano?
Huh?
Fai in italiano?
Sì,
Vuoi
sì.
tradurre?
No.
Allora, alcune persone che hanno donato i soldi negli Stati Uniti hanno chiesto di menzionare delle persone che hanno perso
o hanno subito
delle perdite, e quindi lui farà adesso l'elenco
dei nomi. Okay, this is from my classmate Donna Smith Wilkins. She asked me for her father, grandfather to serve. William A. Smith, U.S. Army. Kevin W. Mullen, U.S. Army. Then from Rosie Fairbaugh, another classmate of mine. Gilbert R. Dietrich, World War I. Daniel P. Fairbaugh, Air Force. Tom Fairbaugh, Army. Donald Droshak, Army. Thomas Doherty, Army. Joseph Liberto, Army. This is from Georgia McGuire, who everybody knows. She brought the Pennsylvania flags in August, Melanie. This is for her father served in World War II. His name was George Brooks. And then a real nice lady I met online, her name was Susan Shen, Chinese origin. She asked me to mention the Chinese American 4th ASG 987 SOC, and her father James Card, 135th Regiment, 34th Infantry. Then there's Donald Slagle, Douglas Culpepper, Marines and Air Force. Then there's Albert DeFacio, U.S. Army. Ted Kuchiniki, Army. Evan Nardoni, Navy. Donald E. Carroll, Navy. Well, this next person is a son of a classmate of mine, but he's a really great kid. He served, he just got out of the Army. He served he served 3 tours, I believe, in Afghanistan. Really good kid. His name's Sean D. Oblock, Army, 75th Ranger Regiment. Joe Pomilia, Army. Alfred Sharano, U.S. Army. James Cunningham, U.S. Air Force. Anthony Mariano, U.S. Army. Gorman Herming Gauss, U.S. Air Force. Chuck Tubbs, my friend who donated for the wreath here. Lieutenant Colonel, Air Force. Help and crew, who we already mentioned. John William Bickerman, Seabees, U.S. Navy. My wife's uncle, Joe Boati, United States Marine Corps. El Cantardi, U.S. Army. And my sister from another mother, I like to call her, Carla Butler, 101st Airborne. Charles Butler and Louis Butler, her father and grandfather, both served in the Army. And my uncles, Gennaro Jr. Balenciaga, Stanley Gilbert Balenciaga, Army. Buddy Bolick, my cousin, 101st Airborne. And my grandfather's brother who died after the Normandy invasion in St. Lo, France, Alex Berry. That's it. And one person I have to mention, a real good friend of mine who really donated another substantial amount of money, is Dave Ramito, United States Marine Corps, and his father, Bud Ramito, from the United States Navy. And I want to thank everybody here for coming and help and do this day today. And I hope maybe we started something that can continue in the future for the cemetery, because I've been here for a while in Tuno, and I really believe with the sacrifices these people made is not only a part of history, but it's a part of our culture here in Tuno, and something we have to keep alive so people won't forget. I mean, this is who we are. Thanks.
Allora, no, diceva Tony che voleva ringraziare tutti coloro che oggi hanno partecipato e che probabilmente questo può essere l'inizio di una cosa che può essere proseguita nel futuro e che in realtà è parte della nostra cultura, cioè del fatto di essere qua a Nettuno, e questo è quello che noi siamo.
Adesso andiamo giù a bandiera, we'll lower the flag, and we'll play taps, and that'll be good. Les, Melanie, you want to have anything else you want to say?
Ho detto tutto.
Okay.
Grazie di nuovo.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, let's go.
Are you going to fold it yourselves, or are you folding? No. Okay, no.
Mauro!
Io a lei già gliel'ho fatto vedere l'altra sera, non l'ha fatto, quando lo posso vedere?
Giorgio, fatta mettere Solino, cosa, stai a mano a tagliare. Giovanni devo poi,
Ora la chiamo io, dai, ora la chiamo io.
poi da vigili con il colone qua, parliamo
Marinai, aspetta, il giocatore si usava il titolo da
I need two people to catch it down here, Tony. I need these two people to catch it down here. Due persone.
Giorgio!
Dai, tocca a te con il baschetolino, dai, ah, vai. Che marinaio sei?
Forse dico. No, scendo però laggiù, la te prende, non può toccare in terra, ok? Tony, you over here, give me the seat. Yeah.
Ora passiamo qua.
Andiamo su, facciamo squadra. Su scale, dai.